Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant. Today we are at the next topic, the endgame studies explained. We are at the 44th position of our topic. We have got a very interesting position here. White is 2 pawns up, but black has got an outside passer and it looks like it's almost impossible to stop the pawn. Right now we see that the magic square of the pawn is from a7 to a1, and we drop a diagonal from a7 to g1, and we drop a diagonal from a1 to g7. So this is the magic square of the pawn, but as soon as black plays a5, the square will become short and the white king will not be able to manage into the square of the pawn. So white has to use two ideas here. One in which he will try to threaten to go towards the pawn, and there is another underlying idea in the position. Let's look at the candidate moves and see what happens. White has only two decent candidate moves, one kg2 and second is h6. If white goes for g4, then we see that black is very quick with the move a5, and in fact if the king doesn't move, then a1 will queen with check. So first let's get started with the move h6. After h6, king h6 is forced because gh allows g7 and the pawn promotes with a check. So h6, king h6, kg2, trying to trap the black king on the h6 square. But after h6, king h6, kg2, black can see that still the pawn is not stoppable by the white king. So he can go with the move kg5, attacking the pawn on f5. And if the white king approaches towards the pawn, then simply he can take the pawn on f5 and the position is lost. After the move g4, king into g4 would allow f6, but black has the move a5. When after kf3, a4, ke4, a3, we see that the white king is unable to stop the black pawn from queening. After the move kg2, a5, h6 on the second move, then king h6, kf3, and we see that black can still come back with the move kg5, and the a pawn is still out of the square of the pawn. After ke4, there is a4. So h6 on the second move also doesn't work. What can white do here? White continues with the same technique. He uses the h6 move even later. So the main line is kg2, a5, king f3, a4, and now white plays the move h6. At first it looks like nothing much has changed. a4 pawn is still out of the reach of the white king. But after the move king h6, white suddenly switches the course. He goes kg4, and when we see after the move a3, kh4, a2, g4, a1 queen, and g5 checkmates. Let's play the moves and see how. kg2, a5, kf3, a4, h6 good move. King into h6 is one of the main lines. We'll look at the a3 move later. After kh6, kg4, a3, kh4, a2, g4, a1 equal to queen, and then g5, and black gets checkmated. Thus after h6, it's very clear that king h6 is of no use. But what happens to a3? Now there are two things which differentiate the position totally. One is the move hg7, other is the move h7. In both cases, the result is completely different. After the move h7, a2, h8, a1 queen, we see that black can use the check from the c3 square or from the f1 square. When we see that the king can neither hide on this side nor it can go over there because of the bad placing of the white queen. Let's see this position for instance. This will be the position on the board, and after queen f1 check or queen d1 check or even queen c3 check, we will realize that the white king, which seems to run away, cannot hide behind, because after the queen check, we will see that the king will have no better place to be safe. In fact, queen can start taking the f5 and g6 pawns with check, and it will be a drawn game. But white wins in the line h into g7, a2, g8 equal to queen, a1 equal to queen, and white has a very strong move, queen e6. And we see a major difference now. Firstly, the queen will not be able to give checks from the queen side. He will have to resort to checks from the f1 or the d1 square, when after ke4, queen e2, kd5, qb5, kd6, the white king simply hides behind the white queen, and the resulting position, white is 3 pawns up, and he will be able to convert the game quite easily. So calculating both these variations and mixing both the ideas is somewhat tricky. I hope you are finding these lessons useful. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.